Lacazette yet. Without that range, and then just slow them down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sora can be a really good red 3 as well for ONIC. If there's no Valentina, there's no the picks, and then ONIC can just ban out the counters towards it.
I think we'll just see them also just take the Claude and then
There you go.
eventually get the Baksha
So,
for Boyet here.
yep.
The
Juice
Grok is open, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you go juice in Grok or do you go juice in Cho?
That's a pretty good question. Yeah.
Teams have been opting for Cho, man. You know, like
Yeah.
especially here on the red.
But Falcons will get a nasty combo if they get Grok and Cho.
Grok box, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be the
I like it.
Jushin.
Yes. This is the reason you don't ban Baksha as well, by the way. The Yuzong is a pretty good pick against the Baksha when it comes to stopping him from red tree, stopping him from getting the neutral objective.
All right, so we'll see if they actually go pick up their jungler right now for Boyet, but knowing that they've already got the Claude here, they're probably
Should be
I'm thinking
Grok.
just Grok, maybe Grok Farsa.
Yeah.
They want to go ahead and go and just pick up the Farsa here. Might be one of the unless later on they hold on to that mid lane pick and they potentially get like a Lunox or something. But
What about picking up that Lancelot for yourself, though, right? Because like ONIC are clearly gonna go for the Lancelot here. No,
Boyet has not used any assassins at all.
Yeah.
But he
But-
even opted for the Akai.
agreed, but also you have to take into account the fact that ONIC have to use Zong, so the neutral objectives aren't going to be that easy anymore. Kimmy pick though instead of the Farsa. Again, something that I'm not a big fan of, knowing that there's a Yuzong on the other side, especially considering ONIC are most likely gonna go Lancelot now,
Yeah, looks like Falcons, they're just going for pure comfort. Because
or even
again,
Haya.
Because again, this is kind of like their S tier, and we did set this up. It really is depending on the draft here. I wouldn't say Falcon making too big of a mistake, as yes, it is their best heroes, and compared to other teams, they haven't had the opportunity to scream as much as everyone else. Let's just put it that way.
who's that? ONIC?
No, Falcons.
Falcons. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Focusing on studies and
Yeah,
all.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna be a Fanny pick red 3, not gonna lie. It's been a while since Kyrie has gotten the Fanny open in the banning phase, so the fact that they didn't pick it up means that they're comfortable putting in Kyrie on any hero, which isn't really the thing you would expect from ONIC usually. You would usually see the pick for him early. But alright, they have mid Prio with the Cho plus the Kimmy. Sorry, Cho plus the Juicin.
Juicin.
Now they ban out the Grok. I think they do, right?
Yeah. Ban out the Grok and then I don't know, maybe Team Falcons will actually just hone in on Minotaur man.
Oh,
Why the Minotaur?
Troll did use the Minotaur before, an amazing game, and their opponents just could not figure out how to deal with the Minotaur. In fact, he even stole the Lord.
okay. There's no poke for now for ONIC, so that means that they want to go for, something of less range. That's why the CC gets caught up in the bans by Falcons. Good read.
Is Skylar gonna play the Freya? Are we gonna see Skylar on gold lane Freya, man?
The only other answer to the Claude so far, well, actually, the only answer has been Freya.
Who knows, they might even go for something like Sora.
Sora Gold, that's true, that's true. That is another answer we've seen work. And they are going to ban out the Uranus. So the thing is, you have to go Sora last pick here, right? Because if not, then the Valentina comes in.
Yeah.
But what's stopping Falcons from doing the same thing and picking up the Sora? There's the Yuzong is already picked up, so you don't really have that matchup anymore. The Juicin is in mid, so Valentina's not possible.
What if you just ban the high or lens?
Yeah, I think that will be the best choice.
I almost would say just like if you're gonna ban one of them, ban out the Haya. I mean, sorry, ban out the Lance.
Yeah, I
Either or, I think it's still.
Yeah. Like if you really, because most of these are targeted bans anyway, you might as well just go ahead and ban out the Lancelot so that Kyrie doesn't get that. I don't know. I don't expect them to pick up any other utility. They'll go with the Harith.
Interesting.
Okay, so Harith gold. So a lot of those gold lane options, they're just trying to once again play into that strength of Team Falcon so far, which has been Sano for a lot of times, and he gets the best gold lane hero right now. So setting up around that. Now ONIC on the response. Do they go their? They're gonna go. Do they pick up their jungle now?
Safe pick should just be the Lancelot, get a winning matchup for Skylar, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we were thinking either Lance or the Haya.
Lance or Haya, they go for Haya. 33% win rate hasn't been the pick
Hasn't been that good.
to get you
They
wins a
won
lot
twice.
here, yeah.
Yeah, winning twice here. But yeah, Falcon right now, I'm more worried about their EXP pick right now because having a front line, you will be basically crushed by the Jushin. So you need something that has a lot more mobility. But the only thing that comes to my mind right now is the Lapu? Is the Lapu, Alice, to a certain extent, I guess, the Arlet, but it is kind of depends on how good you are on that pick.
I'm
This-
thinking.
Allow me to
Oh,
lead
do they
in
go?
terms of one thing.
Hilda.
Oh yeah, Esme, forgot about Esme.
That's a really good deny, by the way. I was about to say maybe Esme Gold, but there's a Baksha and a Claude. So
This
what?
team can move really fast, man.
Yes.
Team Falcons, if you look at a lot of their lineups, like it revolves around mobility, you know, and
I honestly feel like this is going to be a Granger.
for ONIC.
Yeah. Because what else do you have, right?
Yeah, it's basically either Granger or like fighter. Skylar might, but
Do you go Lunox?
Lunox gold.
Yeah, it's not the best choice. I don't know how it does against the Claude, but never mind.
That is.
you have the combo with Cho. That's what I was thinking about as well, and it's really good against the Baksha and the Esme. So they actually do it.
Yeah, so I think this one is a little bit up in the air because again, we did say about drafts and ONIC. Again, I kind of feel like this, puts fuel to the fire. We'll see how it works out, but the same can be said for Team Falcons. But at least for Team Falcons, again, they play one style,
Yeah.
so they roughly understand what kind of picks they need to achieve that style.
I like that Team Falcons basically still sticks to the fundamentals of their themselves here. Again, referencing the lineup ratings that we mentioned, you don't want to put too much weight towards it, but yes, they're pretty much even across the board. And if you do look at the draft, that's kind of how it feels when you look at both these coming into Game 1.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final best of 3 for today. Falcons coming in, bringing the traditional style of a utility jungler again. Can they achieve a win against the Sky Kings, ONIC Indonesia?
It's our last match between our last two teams to move on to the knockouts. One spot left, and it comes down to this. It's a packed house here in the EXO Hall for this match. Once again here, favoring ONIC, but I would say even after the draft, Team Falcons, what they've been able to show us over the course of this Swiss stage, there's still potential for them to make this work, man. Troll's taking a ton of damage, still holding on to the flicker though.
Yeah, but I would say it's quite equal trade coming in from both sides. Took a little bit of damage there. Skylar just really utilizing the sustain he has to try and poke Sano out.
Oh, Shield Unity. San's actually flickering out there. That's going to be the immobilization field coming down. Makai gets first blood on Troll. That's Cuffin taken very low. Keyboy with a Shunpu out. Lethal taken by Boyet.
You always feel, I feel like we've seen that so many times, man. A team with a Cho on it, you kind of forget just how much damage output he can put early on in the level 1, level 2. Looking at this, again, what's that?
Festival of Blood on the Lunox.
Festival of Blood.
Yeah.
I guess it's a way to deal with the fighter emblem, right?
Yeah.
Skylar has to be careful. Will flicker out right as the Shield Unity runs out there. A bit of panic from Sans and Skylar.
Maybe just something that they've been practicing and telling each other is like, let's just respect. Sure, we might lose our spells, but hey, it's just 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes.
Yeah. Nothing too crazy like that they have to worry about.
Ooh, good take.
Yeah, good take there, delaying Boyet, but like I said, he's going to be able to rotate pretty quickly. Across the map here on the box show, once again, one of his marquee heroes that he likes to pick up. Kyrie waiting patiently, though. There's a potential here for a play before the turtle breaks out. It does spawn up, Troll's giving the information, but right now, ONIC controls this space.
Yeah, for sure. Troll trying to trade just a little bit against Keyboy. Sanji, though, is going to take a bit of damage coming in from ONIC Indonesia. So if Team Falcons still decide to contest, they just got to be a little bit careful because they're not the healthiest right now.
Yeah. Purple buff take, though, from Kai right now. They're going to do a lot of damage over to Troll. Skylar has already rotated from the gold lane now, and that's going to be Troll caught at the bad spot. Kai with the quad shadow, a lift up from Boyet there. Tortoise Boy sounds coming down, and that's the burst for Skylar walking up as well. Black Dragon from where the turret top finish surely gonna fall from the skies. Lutpi falls as well. Furious dive. Troll under turret taken low. It's a double for Lutpi before he falls.
They traded it out. I mean, that was ONIC just putting the pressure on the wound there. They get the turtle as well, so just kind of a chaotic fight for Team Falcons and the way they approached it, and ONIC comes out with the win in that one.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate because Team Falcons, they are being as proactive as they can. It's just that ONIC ID, they're responding very well.
Quad shadow for Kai. Nope. Saves it. Doesn't go for it. Instead goes for the XP crab.
Yeah, because right now they're just trying to extend the lead here. 1.6K at 3 minutes of the game, looking at the items, in terms of the goal difference, sure there is in jungle, but I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Boxia is not trying to farm out super fast anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the goal lane there, I think this lead will be quite painful for Sano later on.
Yeah, that's why he has to kind of... I mean, that's the case for every Claude we've ever seen so far in the Swiss stage, you know? You're kind of holding on the best you can. You're dealing with getting bullied, especially as teams have adapted to dealing with the Claude. But still, nonetheless, once you get those 3 items, you know, usually under the 10-minute mark for most Trinities, then that's when you really get to shine. And then that advantage that Skylar has, you know, it becomes more of a team thing. But right now, he's pretty much just able to post up in this lane because of he is a Lunox, and then he has the emblems that he has, the Festival of Blood, like you guys mentioned. So he almost doesn't have to worry about anything when it comes to laning. It's more so the objective. Look at that early Divine Glaive.
Wow.
Rushes the Divine Glaive, first item.
Yup. Now you know exactly what it's picked for, man. It's just picked for the front line.
Big damn.
But the thing is as well, Claude does not have a good time against the Lunox because once you go in for the Blazing Duet, Troll taking a lot of damage.
Wait, the Dragon as well with the Shadow Kill, and that's going to be Troll dying in the hands of Keyboy.
That was layered really well. Again, synergy right now from ONIC. They're going to continue to put pressure now on this side of the jungle. Just trying to take the purple.
Yep.
Oh, here comes Sandy, though. They don't want to fight this, do they?
Kyrie retreat, by the way, so they're going to take a bit of time. They won't go straight for the neutral. Actually, they will.
He's just going to start it up. I think maybe they want to bait a fight here.
Yep. Brilliance coming down, Keyboy with Jikundo disengaging. Sano there, and that's now Skylar healing back up with the minion waves, man. Really good stuff. Boya taking control over the neutral objective. Black Dragon from going to use up by Luffy, trying to go in again as Keyboy goes for the way the Dragon locks him down. Still retreat from Boya as Keyboy gets a Jikundo, the Shampoo on, the Flickers out the safety. Luffy with the re-engage. Kai with a killing spree now. It's a double. Make it another for Sans. Traction pulse going wide.
Wow, the damage coming in from ONIC Indonesia is just a little bit too much and more accessible instantly, where Team Falcons, they kind of want to set things up, both Sanji as well as Sano. They don't deal immediate burst damage in comparison to Skylar on this Lunox, as well as Kyrie on this Hayabusa.
This feels tough to see when your Boxia is behind. Kyrie now level 10, just kind of the speed that a Hayabusa is able to farm up in comparison to a Boxia is just really highlighted here. You can see how much gold Kyrie's got. You know, even though they started up the turtle and he didn't have the retribution, they knew that if there was going to be a fight, we have enough damage that we can actually just kind of overload it and capitalize on that anyways, and that's what we saw. That's why even that Divine Glaive early pickup for Skylar was such a big pickup, because you saw how much damage he was able to just kind of burst out on demand here. So with this, it's all ballooned to 4,000 plus gold lead for ONIC.
I thought for sure with a lead like this, Kai would go for a Sky Piercer first or second item after the Hunter Strike, but nope. He's staying consistent, doesn't want to risk it. Troll.
All right, Troll's fine.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm with Mirko on this one. I thought he would go for the Sky Piercer just to make it like basically uncomebackable for Team Falcons. And now ONIC ID, they are pressuring the gold lane a little bit, but we've seen Team Falcons in this situation before. I believe by Second Lord, they will be able to come back. So it's really just the question whether ONIC ID will actually give them that opportunity, because we've seen what a even 4-item Claude can do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what most Claudes have to end up doing if they are playing behind even more so. So this turtle comes up here in a couple of seconds. Looks like they want to make a play. Keyboard.
Great cut. Jikundo, not even the way to drag it there. Purify baited out. Skylar gets the kill there, and they didn't use a single ultimate there. Skylar didn't even use his ultimate, right?
No, I believe not. And
wow.
Even so, Keyboy knew that he was just going to catch him even without using the kick or the flicker. So that's going to be a clean turtle take now. Last one of the game, they're going to go and try to get these tier 1s in the mid.
Kyrie secures the turtle. That's going to catch him by the Fierce Dive. Blocking Troll down very low. The Lancer flare on him. Kai with a double goes in the back as well. Gets the quad shadow. And that's a triple. Now looking for another kill, as that's going to be the backup coming down from Sans with the Crimson Beacon. Skylar flickering in to provide safety. It's an all-in under the tier 2. They don't care about the turrets. They'll wipe Team Falcons out under the tier 2.
Skylar said, I got you, bro, but he didn't even need to. They end up dismantling Team Falcons, clipping the wings this early on.
Dude, like, it's been a while since we see Hayabusa deal this much damage this early. We're going to be looking at an instant replay here, and the fight starts all the way in mid, and it starts off just because this Hilda could not take any damage, and we can't blame him.
Jeez.
Skylar on this Lunox just deal with the front line, and then Kyrie goes after the back lines. The lead is too much, and then there's just nothing the Team Falcons can realistically do.
I bet he wish he had the Sky Bruiser, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you know, but he went with the Hunter Strike, and then what was it, Warak, second item, so, you know, and you're still pumping out that much damage, and with a Warcry emblem on to boot.
Now it's BOD next.
BOD next.
Well, I guess we're gonna probably have another 10K difference game. It's been a story for us today, huh?
Bro, Lightning Trunch, that Skylar's gonna deal some bombastic damage.
I mean, Sun does have that Wishing Lantern, so it's kind of like on all fronts.
Yeah.
There's no way Team Falcons can itemize against this.
Oh my god, Sanji cannot survive. Actually, he does with a Purify there. Good shield unity over on Kai, but now the Dragon comes around, flying by. Troll isolated, taken out by Skylar.
That's basically what a lead like this does, man.
Yeah, you cannot take fights.
Yeah, you can't really take fights, and sometimes you're just kind of holding on, trying to survive, and you're able to survive, but then you just lose the battle, and with this Lord coming up now, this has been the story all series long for our matches today. Oh, Skylar just jumping on forward. They want to get the shield down before they even take the Lord, so that's one step down. So Lord is up, they'll rotate ONIC in a clear control of this game. Massive lead now, almost 9,000 gold. And just ready to march towards the base of Team Falcons once this Lord is locked in. BOD now for Kyrie too. So if you're Team Falcons here and you're thinking, you know, what do you do in this situation? Obviously, always we think about, all right, they've got to hold on. They need that itemization to happen here. But I think even so, like you see some defensive items now being picked up. A couple Radiant armors for Troll and Sanji. But Sano just isn't where he needs to be. Again, this is past the 10-minute mark. And he's still building into, I believe he's got DHS and Golden Staff. He doesn't have his third item yet. So very delayed in the average Trinity time, at least for the Claudes right now. So you just lack the amount of damage throughput that you need. And so you have to continue to hold on the defense here.
Uh-oh. Knock up over to Boyet. Quad Shadow landing as well, but the Poissons keeps him alive for now. Falling Star Moon going wide. Retraction Pulse landing only on Keyboy. Skylar jumps in. A bit more damage on Sanji, but no kill threat just yet.
If only the Lunox ult has a longer cooldown. But the fact that the cooldown itself is so short, by the time the Lord is there, they're going to be doing basically all their skills, and they might take at least 3 members of Team Falcons, if not just ending it here. And now Holy Crystal on Skylar as well.
Yikes.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't have enough damage at this point.
Oof. This is so tough with both shields being down top and mid. You should be the base turret's going down too, so ONIC might just force a fight. Keep an eye on Keyboy as well, as he got Flicker available. They go with the top turret, mid turret's gonna be next. Are they gonna go?
Keyboy with the way the Dragon and the Flicker combo cancel or takes Boyet very, very low. Skylar with the damage! Shadow kill on towards the Petrified, lock him down. Kai still waiting for it. That's a blazing duet and the BMI backwards onto the fountain. ONIC have the base wide open. Quad Shadow landing again. It's Lupi who gets a double, and Kai goes legendary. 19-1. ONIC wants the knockout stage. They smell it. A game away from securing it.
A dominant game of 1 here for ONIC. Under the 12-minute mark. 19-1. Just an insane game. Clean as ever across the board from the champions of Indonesia.
Being clean is one thing. Ended the game at 11:53, 19-1, almost 14,000 gold difference. Something about today, man. It's not like the last day of wildcards where every game is super close. This one is just who stomps harder. At this point, everyone is competing to see who has the larger gap against their opponents.
Yeah, you can see again that's the faces of Team Falcons right now. Just kind of, I don't know if the communication was just, or they're just demoralized, but not the game they were looking for. You know, with things on the line the way it is, and I don't know if it's just what they've experienced, you know, for years now, or for the past year. But this one was a tough one, man. Like, looking at this, it was just ONIC taking everything that they wanted. It's like they could just show up, say, all right, we want this kill, we want these, we want that. and there was nothing you could really do about it. And so it even goes to show that when it comes to the draft, and you get your quality heroes, or you get that big pick right now, which is a Claude, like first pick, there is always ways to deal with it. And that, I don't know if it just came down to, you know, shutting the entire team down the way that it was played, but even so, like, let's say it wasn't that big of a shutdown. I think the Lunox pick in the gold lane, especially rushing that Divine Glaive from Skylar, the way that he played it, the way that he was able to sustain with his emblem setup, it doesn't really shut down, per se, the Claude alone in the lane, but it at least stops it in tracks where, like, I'm okay, the other 4 guys go do your thing, you know?
I would go as far as to say that one pick shuts down the entire draft.
The
Because,
Linux?
yeah, because even Falcon banned out the carry, right? So they're like, yeah, our draft kind of gets taken over against someone that can really deal all this damage against the front lines. And yeah, first item Divine Glaive, and then after that, it really felt like the game was over.
Yeah.
Right? So Falcon understood they need a lead, and they tried. But then every single time they try to get a kill, they just die. And then after that, like, it's GG.
There are a few things that already kind of stopped the lead from happening, though, I feel. I didn't really like the Baksha pick. I thought it was going to be the Lancelot pick up there, and then into whatever, maybe a Hayabusa ban instead of it earlier. The fact that they picked up Baksha, especially after seeing the Yuzong already, I think kind of already, it's like GG. Because you're not going to win out the neutral objective battles. We saw how much that he would have to sacrifice even to get close to the turtle. And yes, he was able to get, I think, turtle number 2, but it was at the cost of his life. It was at the cost of the rest of the team as well, trying to brute force their way in, because usually how you control neutral objectives with Baksha is you're so tanky, you just walk up. But if you get shredded that much, the rest of the team will also feel the repercussions of the Baksha getting shredded.
Yeah.
The problem is I think he can't use a Lancelot.
See, that's why it's cooked.
Because they never use any assassins. Like, they ban all the utility. Every assassin was up. They pick up an Akai.
Which is, you know what's weird about that? Because knowing, like, Boya is from the Philippines. Like, all these Filipino players can play assassins. But I think it's more so have been the way that they've adjusted their play style to fit what works as a team. Like, I'm pretty sure Boya can play an assassin.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't work for the team as a whole, you know? So here's our MVP, though, a guy that can play assassins, Kyrie.
I think it might be a case of the rest of the team not being able to play utility as well. Could be. Because I've seen Boyet play. This is Boyet from Minana, right?
Yeah.
He's played assassins.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, there's